You guys, I'm back to talk smack about FLO Music Group. Here comes their fans. It's gonna be okay, guys, today. I'm going to be nice. Somewhat. I said somewhat, okay? FLO came out with another song titled Check. And I will say I like the pink girly aesthetic that they were going for in this music video. Their outfits were also nice. They were decent. I couldn't help but to notice that the budget wasn't really there for this video. They had a tiny bedroom scene and a scene of flowing silk material. And I can only assume that they used that same tiny bedroom, took out the bed, and told the girls to stand in one corner and sing while the production team turned on the fans to make the silk flow properly. And I'm not even trying to be shady, okay? It's a budget. It's a budget. Or it could be a green screen behind them. Who knows? But my thing is, what in the budget cuts is really going on with FLO? This video was giving very much cheap and squeezed in right at the nick of time. Like, some of the graphics were cute, but I think they use those type of graphics all of the time in their music videos. And I'll be honest, because I just have to say my truth and not kiss booty, this song and video were not memorable. It's just okay. Nothing more, nothing less. I think the girls need new writers, and in my humble opinion, this song is not as good as Walk Like This, okay? The group seems to be stagnant at this point, and some would say that they're going backwards. Their songs seem redundant to me. Many people believe that FLO is flopping due to Georgia shading Nicki and her husband, because the Nicki Minaj curse is a real thing, y'all, but maybe that's just the Barbs talking.
Do you guys like Nicki Minaj or Cardi B? I like both of them.
I like both of them.
I like both of them, but they're both so, like, why is Nicki Minaj with a rapist?
Oh.
It's like, I didn't need that.
Oh.
Like, yeah.
Next question.
Next.
Another thing I noticed, are they trying to make Stella the Beyonce of the group? Don't come for me, y'all. I'm just observing what I'm observing. And I just noticed that with their videos, interviews, and other things, she's like low-key taking the lead. But I just don't see her being the Beyonce of the group. And I honestly think that they're trying to make fetch happen, okay? The group is boring, if we're being honest. But the things I do for content and for you guys. If I didn't have a YouTube channel, a lot of these artists, I wouldn't even click on their songs. Not because they're bad people, not because they make such horrible songs, but because they're boring, they lack versatility, and their music shows no growth. Of course, we all have room to grow, but if you keep doing the same thing and expecting different results, that is the definition of insanity. Insanity, y'all. It's insanity. So why do these artists keep producing the same nonsense and keep expecting their audience to actually buy it when there are so many options out here who produce better music? Now, I'm not saying FLO is producing trash, of course, okay? I'm not saying that they're producing nonsense music. I'm just saying that it's lackluster. Nothing exciting, just straight mid, okay? Something to listen to on a drive, but I haven't heard anyone say put on that new FLO song, okay? I wonder if FLO as a group are actually making money from their music, because I highly doubt it. They're probably making money from appearances and shows, but other than that, I don't think the label is getting a return on their investment. That's why they squeeze them in a tiny room all in the name of a music video. When you start seeing white walls and tiny rooms for music videos, it's official. The handwriting is on the wall. The budget has been chopped, okay? FLO better try to get a hit soon, because labels are known to sabotage artists and shelve them if the math is not mathing. I do think that their label could do a better job of pushing and promoting them, but most of these labels are not even putting that much effort into their artists or providing them with the resources that they need to succeed. They simply cut the checks sometimes if they feel like it, and then you end up owing them in the long run. But on the upside, the label or FLO's manager was able to get them as openers for Kalani, which is good, I guess. The last time I really paid any attention to Kalani was the album While We Wait in 2019 and the song she did with Young Blue, Beautiful Lies. Other than that, Kalani has been out here for scandals, you know, weird scandals, okay? She's in one right now. And the song that FLO and Kalani did, titled 8, was not good in my opinion. It sounded like they just threw it together just for the sake of this tour. Like everything FLO does to me is mid. They did a good job performing though, so kudos to them for that. But FLO Music Group fans, you guys need to get to work. Support your faves by buying and streaming their music, and please don't waste the precious time that you could be using to support them by arguing in my comments section. The girls need that same hype and support that they had from you guys in the beginning with the song Cardboard Box. And unfortunately, the hype has died down for FLO, and they need to show and prove that they belong in the big leagues. What would you guys recommend that the girls do for their music to be pushed more? Also, their debut album titled Access All Areas will be released on November the 15th of 2024. Of course, this video is being made prior to the album release, but honestly guys, I don't see this album doing well. I'm not even trying to be mean. I don't see it doing over 30k the first week, but they may prove me wrong and do 50k, okay? I think the girls should have waited a little bit longer before releasing a debut album because they need a strong single to build momentum. They need to build more anticipation and excitement for this album. And based on what I've heard prior to the album release, they have more work to put in. So guys, I decided that I would wait after the album dropped to fully review it, and now it's Friday and the album is here. So let's start with the song In My Bag featuring Glorilla, which reminded me so much of the song Check. I don't know if it's the chorus or what, but this song sounds like something I've heard before. And it looks like the label finally did give them a bigger budget for the music video. And the video concept was nothing new, but they looked cute, okay? Glow was the best part of the song in my opinion, but she couldn't save the song either. Glow's part was honestly too vulgar in my opinion, especially when she started shaking her booty. There's a time and a place for everything, and this wasn't necessary. I believe FLO added Glorilla to this song because she's hot on the charts right now, but they did not take into consideration the type of audience that they cater to, and if Glow's sound and their sound meshes well together. The song was not needed on the album, but they needed something to bring in more sales in my opinion. But the views on YouTube after 6 hours doesn't look great, and hopefully it picks up. I did like the songs Access All Areas and Walk Like This because of the beat and their harmonies, but other than that, I was waiting for something else that would pique my interest, and it never happened. Overall, this album was relatively mid, and I would give it a 5 out of 10, but if we're being really honest, it's really a 4 out of 10. No song really stood out for me, which is necessary for a debut album. A debut album should be a staple that marks your stance in the music industry, but honestly, this album fell flat for me. Their voices are beautiful, of course, but they're making the same type of songs over and over again, and they're definitely missing something. Oh Lord, oh Lord. Emenike, please help these girls with better music. But moving right along, I have also noticed that a lot of kids love FLO Music Group, which is usually the case for a lot of young girl groups, but the downside is most kids do not have the funds to buy your music, and they have to ask their parents to buy it for them, which could also make your sales be low as well. Not to mention, girl and boy groups have gone extinct in recent times because a group member always wants to do their own solo thing eventually. But everyone keeps saying FLO is the next big thing as far as groups go, grow, and we're yet to see it if we're being totally honest. But maybe I'm wrong and I'm over analyzing their situation, and hopefully they are the next big thing and their album is a success.
If you want to know what the future of the music industry looks like, this is what I predict is about to change and why we're about to see this one specific type of artist completely explode in 2025. I've talked a lot recently about this death of groups in Western music and how bizarre it is to me that kids of today do not have an iconic group like a One Direction, Destiny's Child, nothing, which we all grew up on for decades. And that has created such a huge void in the industry right now that I think it is only a matter of time before we see another group completely explode out of nowhere. And I think that could be FLO. Their music hits this perfect intersection of pop and R&B where you want to dance and move your body to it, yet it's still so soulful and deep. And when was the last time we got an R&B girl group or a British girl group? Like Destiny's Child or Spice Girls, which were both formed in the 90s? And they are signed to the same label as Chappell Roan and Sabrina Carpenter, who both had record-breaking years after they were an opener for another major artist on tour. And FLO is literally opening for Kehlani right now, so I feel like they could absolutely have the same type of year.
But you guys, tell me what you thought about the topic that we discussed today, and I will see you in my next one. Bye for now.